little cakes, or are they cookies, are called Madeleines, or are they Madeleines? There's so much confusion. But what I do know is that they're really delicious and they're actually pretty easy to make. The best part about them is that the batter can be kept in the fridge and you can bake them as you crave them, which in my books is a damn good thing. So this is how to make them. We're going to make the base for the Madeleines, which is eggs and sugar. It's really important that you use room temperature eggs. I always use large eggs. So if you make any of my recipes, you'll know that the eggs are always large. So we're going to crack that into a bowl. And then today I'm going to be using the Natura soft brown sugar because it's unrefined, so it's got loads of flavor. So I'm not adding anything else to my Madeleines. I'm literally just going to add the sugar. I'm going to be using 65 grams of the soft brown sugar. We're then going to add it into the eggs and whip it until it's really nice and light and fluffy. So what we're looking for is ribbon stage, and you know egg mixture is ribbon stage when you lift the whisk like this and you can draw a figure 8 and it doesn't disappear before you finish drawing the 8. Then you know you're ready to go. So this is ready. Next we're going to add our flour and our baking powder. So our butter and honey is nice and cold, so I'm going to add that carefully down the side of the mixture. And then we're going to sift in cake flour and baking powder just to get a nice light mixture. And then we're going to fold it in really gently, so we make sure we don't knock out all the air that we worked so hard to incorporate. So how I fold is I go around the side of the bowl and then I cut through the middle and then I lift. And you do that gently until everything is combined. It's at this point that you could probably add some flavorings if you like. So if you want to add some spices or some herbs, cocoa powder, you can substitute some of the flour for cocoa powder to give you a different flavor. I'm going for the classic today. So this is all folded in. I'm now going to do something quite unspeakable when it comes to cake, which is to put it in a piping bag and rest it for at least 2 hours. But that's the secret to making a Madeleine, whatever, they all taste delicious. So I'm going to pop it into my piping bag. Now this is going to go into the fridge and we'll bake it a bit later. Brush the Madeleine mold with some melted butter, and we're going to pipe in the ice cold mixture from the fridge, and then I'm going to do a bit of a cake tin twist and sprinkle it with some of the Natura Sugars Demerara sugar for a little bit of added crunch. Then it goes off to the oven to bake at 180 degrees for about 6 to 8 minutes. Turn those out. Really pleased with how they came out because they have the bump. If you don't know, the perfect Madeleine always has this weird little bump on the top, and because of a bunch of sciencey stuff, it's basically the cold batter from the fridge goes into the hot oven and it makes that cute little bump. But you absolutely have to eat them warm, so there's no excuses needed for eating them straight out the tray. But if you do want to serve them, I like to put them in a bowl with a little towel so it keeps them nice and warm. And I think I'm going to take this whole batch. Of science, it's the cold batter going into these cute little cakes, or are they cookies, are called Madeleines. And Madeleines, what are they? Madeleines, whatever. The best part of macarons for me though is the fact, so you know how you've made the most perfect macaron?